Vedic Vision viewers and Vedic Vision group, a warm welcome to you. Today, greatest of great Satya ji has come on our channel after requesting him for nearly 1.5 years. Satya ji, welcome.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Shikaji. Greetings to all the viewers. Thank you, Shikaji. Today, we are here on this program. We will be discussing about Sudarshan Chakra.
Yes. So today's topic is very, very interesting. There are hardly any videos on Sudarshan Chakra, and if so, I think the content is not proper. How to decipher the Sudarshan Chakra? It's very difficult, but Satyaji will be teaching us something very great. Satyaji, the floor is all yours.
Uh, See, even I feel surprising that, Sudarshan Chakra is mentioned in Brihad Parashari Hora Shastra in the 74th chapter,
Correct.
74th.
Correct.
And when the Maharishi discuss about the Sudarshan Chakra, he says that this particular thing have been taught to him directly by Lord Brahma. And this is one of the most sacred and most important technique in astrology. And we can predict about every bhavana, means bhava, they talk about bhava, emotions, every type of emotion from the Sudarshan Chakra. This is
Okay.
what the Lord Brahma, the Maharshi talks to Maitreya in the first shloka.
Right.
So this is a very important thing. Now see, basically when we think about Sudarshan Chakra, in my understanding, the Sudarshan Chakra, in my understanding, is first mentioned in the Rig Veda. In the Rig Veda, Sega Drigathamas, he had in the first mandala talk about a chakra, Vishnu's chakra in the sky. Now, Shikaji, which is the chakra of Vishnu?
Yeah. Sudarshan Chakra.
Yes, he says that the Maharishi Drigathamas says in the sky there is a chakra which have 360 spokes. Rig Veda is the oldest book known to the mankind, and the Maharishi in that knew that the sky has 360 degrees.
Correct.
So he talks about it, and then he goes on to dividing it into many parts like 4, 16, 4, 8, 16, 32, 72, and 360, and even above. So basically, the Sudarshan Chakra has its base in the Rig Veda, and the sage in that particular mandala in those shlokas talk about Mundan astrology. He says this how the effect of this chakra, we get different climates here on earth. We have different type of agriculture was a very important part. So how we do about our chorus as per the sky and the Sudarshan Chakra. So it is clearly that the Sudarshan Chakra is one of the most oldest known technique in the Vedic astrology.
Correct.
So even see what is Sudarshan Chakra basically. Let me explain. It is basically three charts. As we know that we give very high importance to the Lagna chart. Okay.
Correct.
Besides Lagna chart, the Maharishi Parashara Muni says we should also give equal importance to the sun as a Lagna,
Correct.
the sun sign as a Lagna, and the moon sign as a Lagna. So the Maharishi has said the first circle, then second circle, and third circle, Lagna, the moon, and the sun. So in this way, we have to prepare the Sudarshan Chakra.
Correct.
Now, see, in this Sudarshan Chakra, if you go by the Sanatan Dharma, the teaching of Sanatan Dharma, Maharishi Panini, especially in the Taittiriya Upanishad, there is mentioning of three type of human sharira. We have three type of sharira. It is one of the most oldest teaching of Sanatana Dharma. One of the, it comes from the starting point from that period. After that, they went on dividing more and more things, adding into these three subtle bodies. So they were basically Sthula Sharira. Sthula Sharira is the physical body we have, our this appearance. It is also called as Annamaya Kosha. We eat food and we have this body. Then the second level of the consciousness, we talk about Sukshma Sharira, which stand for our mind. You know, we have our desires, we have our intentions, we want things, how we feel about them. So that is basically Sukshma Sharira. And then there is Karan Sharira. The Karan Sharira is the root, the bija, the things for which we have our existence, the center of the center. So that is the Karana Sharira. So our Shastras have been very clear about the we having three level of consciousness. And in the Vedic astrology, this thing has been manifested into Sudarshan Chakra. We call, even when we read like Puranas, any type of Puranas, pick up any Purana, you will always find the mentioning of Tan, Man, and Atma in the Purana.
Correct.
Sun is our Lagna, Moon is our mind, and Sun is our soul, Atma. So the matter is, we generally talk that we have three type of Lagna, we have to study three type of Lagna. So people say, what do we have to study from this three type of Lagna? Even one Lagna studying is so difficult. What is the use of this three Lagna? People don't go in that area because they feel what is the use of it.
Correct.
So basically in this video, we are trying to get into the cusp of this thing. What is the use of this three type of Lagna? So from this point of view, I'll explain this to you. See, what is Lagna? You know, even the last video which I did with the Guruji, Sri Satyananda Naik sir, he was talking to me about Bhava. Bhava is our emotions. It is our attitude, how we carry ourselves, our natural self. That is our Lagna. So it is basically how we carry ourselves. It is basically our attitude, how we, present, how we are actually, naturally how we are. That is our Lagna. So when we studying our D1 chart, the Lagna chart, we are basically are expressing our emotion. For example, Lagna is ourself, second house. It is about our money. It is about our family. It is about our food. So what type of emotion we have about these things?
Correct.
Same with third house. Third house stands for our
courage.
Courage. It stands for our skills. It stands for how we plan things, how we streamline them, how do we execute them, how we build our team. So it is our emotions regarding these significations. Fourth house is our happiness. It's our psychology. It stands what gives us habits, what gives us happiness, how we like to relax, what do we think about our mother, our home, the most secure area, our emotions regarding the place we came from, our mother. What is our emotion regarding the area we feel most secure? Then fifth house, our creativity, our child, the euphoric emotions. This stands for what gives us happiness. Fifth house, what gives us happiness. So the fifth house, from either it is Lagna, it will stand for these things. Yes. Same way, sixth house stands for our doubts. You know, what is enemy? Enemy are those people we have doubts about them. We don't trust them. There is doubt, so we feel they are our enemy. We will feel someone as our enemy only when we don't trust them. Correct. Sixth house is our doubts. It's our weakness, but it is also service. Same way, seventh house, our marriage, our partnership, how we deal one-to-one basis. This is the seventh house. Eighth house, it is our inner psychology. You know, eighth is the fifth house from the fourth house. So it is the child of our mind. The most secret area of our mind is the eighth house. You know, tension and all those things are eighth house. Sudden changes, desire to change. These are eighth house. Ninth house is, as we say, it is destiny. It's our guru, it's our teaching. The ninth house actually stands for the type of life we want to live. Our life path. 10th house is our karma. It stands for our social status. It stands how we take responsibility and execute them. 11th house, it's gains, desires. And 12th house is our faith. Where do we put our things? Whom we like to give our things? It's our blind faith. So these are 12th house of the D1.
Correct.
Same way, this is what naturally we are. Now, what do we do from the moon lagna and the sun lagna? From the moon lagna, we have to take the same signification, but this time the things will be in our psychology. For example, moon, the sign of the moon becomes our lagna. So what do we feel about ourselves is the first house of the moon chart. Second house from the moon's chart, second house is what do we feel about our money? What do we feel about our family? What do we feel about our wealth? Third house stands how do we feel about our neighbors? What do we feel about our courage, our valor, our skills? Same thing is for fourth house. What do you feel about your mother? Mother is definitely fourth house, but what do we feel about our mother is the fourth house from the moon. Then fifth house, what do we feel about our children, our creativity, and same way, sixth house, the people we doubt. Seventh house, about a spouse. What do you feel about what type of spouse? What do you feel about our marriage? What do you feel about our spouse? What do you feel about a one-on-one engagement? And eighth house, what do we feel about our secrets? Ninth house, what do you feel about our life? 10th house, what do we feel about our status? 11th house, what do we feel about our gains? And 12th house, what do we feel about the people we are giving our everything? What do you feel about them? Now, this is about the moon chart. Now, same way, the third chart is the sun chart. Sun chart is the Karana Sharira. It is the root. So basically, when you look at the sun in the sky, it is the biggest object, it is the brightest object. Sun basically stands for what we are showing about ourselves. The sun sign, which is why it becomes the lagna in the sun chart, is what we are showing world about us. Second house from the sun will show what do we show to the world about our family, about our money, about our food habits. The third house from the sun chart, what do we show about our skills to the people? What do we show people about our leadership, team leadership skills to the people? Fourth house from the sun shows what do we show about our mother? What do we show about our house? What do we show about our vehicle? Fifth house, what do we show about our son? What do we sixth house, how we show about, we have enmity with someone. So I know that this person is my enemy. What do I'm going to show him about me? My style of doing the enemy, how to teach lesson to my enemy. Seventh house, what do I show about my marriage to the world? How is my married life? How will I show that to the world? That is the seventh house from the sun. Eighth house is what do I show about my secrets, the hidden things, how well I am able to hide them. Ninth house, what do I show world about the type of life I am living. 10th house from is what do I show about my social status to the world. 11th house is what do I show about my friends, about my income and my desires to the world, how I express them. And 12th is how I, if suppose I am giving a charity to someone, there are some people who will give a banana and take a photograph and post it on the Facebook. Basically, they are showing what they are giving to the people. That is the 12th from the sun. So basically, this three type of lagna are our three level of consciousness. They are our three type of sharira. And the houses, when we make them as a lagna, every house will have the same signification. But the signification from the lagna is the natural self. Moon is how we psychologically feel about it. And sun is what we are showing to the world about those significations.
Correct.
A very simple thing here to do. And we can just take a couple of charts. So it will be easy for the viewer to understand my point of view.
Yes. So we'll take Obama first.
Yeah, sure.
This is Obama's chart.
Yes, right.
Correct. And we want Sudarshan Chakra directly.
No, we will do one by one from here. We
Okay.
can change, we can rotate it. It will be easier for people to understand. You know, the Sudarshan Chakra is not easy to understand from the this geogra.
Darshit. Correct, correct.
It's not easy for everyone to understand. You can rotate the chart. That will be easy for the people to see.
Okay.
Now, see from here the chart. He has
Yes.
Capricorn rising. So
Yes.
Obama naturally was a president who always, you know, his attitude of working was always that he is a very systematic person. He followed the systems. He was very hardworking, and he was, you can always see, you know, most of many times he's very well dressed. He's always presentable, and so Jupiter and Saturn in the Lagna, the Shasha Raj Yoga, it was clearly, and the Jupiter is having Anish Bhanga. So it was clearly shown from his chart. Now see, from his chart, we will take few points. For example, his second house. Okay. Now,
Yes.
from the Lagna, the second house, there is an Ketu.
Yes.
Basically, Obama's family was a bit shattered family. We all know he has some roots in Kenya, some in Hawaii, and some other places. That was his natural self, natural status. Now, from the sun, when we look the chart, sun is in the Cancer. So from the sun, there is Mars and Rahu in the second house.
From this, do you want me to rotate the chart?
No, 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 no. Just go around over there.
Okay. Okay.
So he naturally, so there is a Leo sign, there is a Mars and Rahu, two malefic planets. So he always, he showed to the people about the Mars, Rahu. There was some religious aspect which he never hide. He had a Muslim surname in between. He never hide it. He was very open about it. Then from the moon, there is a beneficial Venus in the second house. He was very, very possessive about his family. Emotionally, he always felt very positive about his family.
Right.
Okay. Now see, from the Lagna, is the fourth house, there is an Aries sign.
Yes.
Okay. So how he felt about his
Mother.
land, mother. So basically, Obama he was a very active child. His relation with his mother was always that he was very energetic child. Okay. Now see, from the moon, the fourth house has Mars and Rahu.
Correct.
His mother, emotionally, now understand his emotions. Emotionally, his mother, his father was an African, his mother was an white American. There is a Mars and Rahu. It stands for a different type of, Rahu stands for something very different. So
Culture.
he definitely felt that his mother was a little different than him.
Culture.
Okay. Now
Yes.
from the sun, fourth house has Libra sign,
Right.
and Libra, the Lord is gone into the 12th house. So he showed to the, he showed that his mother was a very relationship-oriented person. He is always memoir. He talks very greatly about his mother. His mother had a very, she taught him many good things about how to do relationships, how to maintain them, and it was basically it's gone into the 12th house. So there was some level of, separation in that relationship in the later part.
Correct.
Now we will see the 10th house from the Lagna chart. See, from the Capricorn Lagna, his 10th house has Libra.
Right.
So professionally, he always felt that his work is to make laws, Libra, balancing things,
Yes.
relations, because he was always in his lifetime, he has been somewhat related to laws, and then he came directly into politics. So he
Right.
always had this work, and because the Saturn was also expecting his exalted sign, he was expecting, and
Correct.
the Venus was also in trine. So he see sixth house stands also for the all the type of NGOs we run. It also stands for the helping the exploited peoples. So Obama in his career mostly has been related to working for this type of support groups.
Right.
That is his D1 Lagna.
Right.
What did he felt about his work? The 10th from moon. So from the 10th from the moon, you will see there is an Ketu. In astrology, especially from the Nadi branch of astrology, Ketu stands for law. It stands
Yes.
for medical laws. It stands for the cosmic laws. It also stands for the astrological laws as well as the laws made into the constitutions. Okay,
Right. Right.
and the dispositor of the Ketu is the Saturn, who is in the ninth house. Because generally, whenever you are studying the relation, any where Rahu Ketu are placed, always take the dispositor, because the dispositor of the Rahu and Ketu, that is where the result will be coming out from.
Correct.
So the dispositor of Rahu Ketu have gone into the ninth house from the
Moon.
10th. From the 10th, is gone into the ninth house. Saturn is the 10th lord from the moon and it's gone into the ninth house from there.
Correct.
So basically, he saw himself as someone who's guiding people, whose work is to show, is like a guru. His work is to show the people the path they have to walk on, make life easy for the people. This is
Right.
what he felt, and he has an exalted moon. So he
Moon.
was very happy with his type of work and the responsibilities he had.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Now from sun, because the moon is we will never know what he felt about his work. That is very much a private thing.
But
How
from
we
sun.
feel, very difficult to prove those things which are coming out of moon, because that is something very private. We don't know. He will, in his memoir, he writes it is true or false.
Correct.
But from the sun, we can always check it out. Now, from in the chart, sun is in the Cancer sign. Okay, 10th house from the Cancer, there is an Aries.
Yes.
Okay, what was the slogan of Obama in his first when he was fighting for election? Yes, we can.
Yes.
It is a very aggressive slogan.
Mars oriented. Mars.
His style of doing work, he was, whenever he was a person who would raise slogans, even whether it was first term, whether it was second term, he was very good at raising slogans. That also aggressive one, a very direct one. So basically, we have to take these three things as a Lagna and study it from every point of view. We will get all your answers. For example, I told you Lagna his Lagna is Capricorn. So he's naturally carrying himself as a Karma Pradhan Rashi. He's a hardworking person. This is what he naturally carried himself as. But what did he show to the world? Is the sun. Sun is in the Cancer. He showed to the world that he's an emotional person. He's there to help them. Cancer sign, mother sign. He
Right.
showed to the America that I am here. I will take care of you.
Right.
And moon is how he felt about himself. That is Taurus. He felt about himself. He's a very positive person. He felt that he's, a person who is here to collect things. This is his personal and very, his private thing about him.
Right. Perfect.
So, yes. And one more thing. See, in his chart, his sixth house from most of the chart is a little afflicted. For example, see, in Sudarshan Chakra, if any house from all the things Sri Lagna is having malefic influence, that body part will suffer.
Right.
Okay. Now, in his chart, D1 chart, the Lagna Lord Saturn is retro in the Lagna. And in the sixth house, there is Venus in the Gemini.
Correct.
Okay. So, even though Venus here is a very auspicious planet, but here the Venus is also the Venus other sign, that is the Taurus. It is little afflicted. There is moon. Moon is exalted, but the Venus get weak because of that moon. Okay. Now, from the moon Lagna, the sixth house is Libra, which is having the aspect of Ketu and Saturn.
Yes.
Okay. And from the Sun Lagna, his sixth house is Sagittarius, which is aspected by Venus and Rahu. Obama had a health problem in which in his stomach there was certain acid overdose which would give a problem to his neck, his throat.
Okay.
Sixth house, it is Gemini. It is the throat sign. Venus stands for the acids in our body, every type of liquid other than the water. It is mostly all the type of refined products. all the type of enzymes created is Venus.
Venus.
In the sixth from the moon, there is the sign of Libra. The Venus is the owner. And from the sun, it is Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius Lord is debilitated. Sagittarius itself is afflicted by Rahu and the Venus. So he had problems regarding the Venus in his body.
Okay.
So basically, if you see Sudarshan Chakra and you are seeing a particular house is having affliction, then that thing is something we have to be very careful with.
Very good.
Okay?
Right.
So we'll take another chart.
Okay. Just a minute. Mahatma Gandhi chart.
Yes, Mahatma Gandhi chart. See, Mahatma Gandhiji's chart is one of the famous chart. It has very fantastic 3 planets in his Lagna, Libra.
Correct.
He has a very pleasant personality. So his attitude, Libra, he was someone who wanted to balance the society.
Right.
Even whatever was the society during that time, he was someone who wanted to, who worked for the nation, for our freedom. So basically, he wanted a balance. Britishers are also humans, we are also humans. So he wanted a balance. We are equal.
Correct.
Okay. Then see, from the sun becomes the second Lagna. So sun is in his chart in the Virgo. So how did he carry himself as? It is the Virgo sign. What he showed to the world about himself is the Virgo sign. He showed to the world that he is like service-oriented person. He's charkha. He was very famous for weaving his charkha. He worked. He was telling everyone should have their charkha. They should make their own clothes.
Correct.
Virgo is a sign of cleanliness. Mahatma Gandhi was someone who wanted, he talked about a lot of things about cleanliness and all those things.
Right.
Okay. Sixth house, the Virgo sign also stands for criticism. So Mahatma Gandhi always told that we should first be fit for the freedom before the British give us. We have to make ourselves ready for it. So he was very critical about the type of society we were living in that time. Okay. And the third Lagna is the Cancer Lagna. So what did he talk himself as? So there is a Moon and Rahu combination. Rahu is with the dispositor. So he is actually, whatever the Rahu becomes here, he becomes a little, Rahu becomes auspicious because he's with the own sign Moon, but Moon gets little afflicted because it is gaining the energy of Rahu inside. So he had little he saw himself something bigger than other people. Because he felt that he was a very emotional man. He was taking care of the society. He was very patriotic because the Cancer is this land sign of land, our people.
Right.
Okay. Now see, Mahatma Gandhi's relationship with his mother. He had a very good relationship with his mother. Okay, he always, like every child feels, his mother is very beautiful, and he also wrote about it. About his mother. His mother taught him many good virtues. She took him with 3 promises when he was going to foreign land. He will not eat non-veg, and 3 type of promises she took him. She gave him. He says that whatever the religion, the mindset about the religion he had, he got it from his mother. Now check from the Lagna. There is Ketu over there, and the dispositor, and the Saturn is aspecting the Ketu.
Correct.
It becomes good. It becomes strong.
Correct.
Okay. And
Yes.
he felt his mother was naturally a very hardworking person. And he felt that his work is to do, he was in Africa, South Africa, he was in London, but he worked here in India. Major work he did here in India because Capricorn is in the 4th house. Liberals are naturally patriotic peoples. Okay. Now see, here in this chart, if you look from take the Moon as in Lagna, the 4th house becomes Libra. There is an own sign Venus, there is Mercury, and then there is Mars.
Correct.
Okay, so what he felt, he had a great emotional feeling, emotional touch with his mother. From the sun, fourth house has Sagittarius sign. What did he told the people about his mother? That his mother was his teacher. She taught him religion. She taught him how to, his perspective about the religion came from his mother. This is
Correct.
what he showed to the world about his mother. He wrote this thing about his mother in his memoir. So it is the fourth from the mother, fourth from the son. Is this what you show to the world about your mother?
Great.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we will talk about his career. From the Divan chart, there is Moon and Rahu. So his work was patriotic works. It's Cancer sign. He was like an mother and father for the nation. He was president of the Congress party, the head of the India to make it independent. This is naturally his work was. What did he felt about his work emotionally? 10th from the moon is Jupiter. Aries sign Jupiter. So he felt he was some kind of guru to the people. In fact, he was awarded by the Mahatma title by the people.
Yes.
That's the difference. And this is what he felt about himself. And the sign lord, the lord of the dispositor of the Jupiter, Mars is also aspecting it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay.
10th from Sun.
10th from the Saturn is the Gemini sign.
Yes.
So what did he show to the world about his work?
Communication.
Yes, see, basically it's a Gemini sign. So his work was basically planning things. This is what he thought about it. Planning things, showing things to people, teamwork. He was president of the Congress party for most of the part of his time. And he planned, agitations and all those things. So this is what he showed. But the main thing, when the house is empty, is where the house lord is going. From the sun, the 10th lord is the second house from the sun.
Correct.
What is second house? Our mouth. It's Satyagraha.
Satya.
Mahatma Gandhi showed to the world that he is doing Satyagraha for the people, for the nation.
Right.
When you look from the sun chart, only this is what he showed to the world. He was very vocal about it. His food habit. His Satyagraha. Now see same thing from about his father, from the moon chart. We go from the first from the D1.
Yes.
From the D1, his 9th house is Gemini, and that lord is in the Lagna. It is Mars. Mahatma Gandhi was little afraid of his father. His father was the prime minister of the Porbandar, the Gujarat area, the king. He was their prime minister. Okay. So basically, it was the Gemini sign, and the Gemini sign, the Lord is coming into Lagna. It is with Mars. So there is between both of them, there is a little struggle going on over there. So he had little problems. He had little struggle with his father, at which he has accepted in his memoirs many of time. Okay. Right. Now from the moon chart, 9th house is Pisces. It is the 6th house of his given.
Yes.
Okay. His father had a health complication from most of the time, like once he grew 10, 12 years, after that his father was a very sick man. He had a health problem which is called as fistula.
Fistula.
Okay, it is discharge of the body becomes problematic. This is a sign of moksha sign. It's discharge sign. In the D1, it is gone into the 6th house.
Correct.
Emotionally, Mahatma Gandhi has always said his father was a sick person. He had, even he's written about him, that from the age of 14 or 15 afterward, he was mostly, he took care of his father. He was the main attendant to his father. His mother and one servant, these 3 people were the main attendant to his father. He's written it in Nara. Same way, now from the sun is what he showed to the world about his father. From the sun, the 9th house is the Taurus sign. His father was prime minister. His work basically in that time, the prime minister's work was mostly to look into the accounts of the kingdom. His father was he was a banya. He was basically a business community person. So he was given the work to take care of the account. And Gandhiji wrote about it. When in his memoir, he's written about it. His father was very good in finance and accounting type of work. It
Correct.
is eighth house. So his father was mostly not available for him. He was there, definitely he was there, but most of the time he was not there. And then eighth house, chronic illness. So it is from, see, I told you, if you get a thing from all the three sides, that thing is problematic.
Correct.
From the Lagna, the ninth lord is in the Lagna, it is with his enemy, Mars. Okay?
Then
So that is the
sixth
problem.
house. Yeah, sixth
Then
and
from
eighth.
the moon, it is in the ninth house, which is the sixth house. There is aspect of Rahu, there is aspect of Sun. There's a
Yes.
problem. And from the Sun, the ninth house is the eighth house.
Eighth.
There is an aspect of Saturn.
Correct.
So if you're getting a problem from all the three charts, that particular signification of that house becomes a concern for us in our life.
And very easy to do. Actually, like if you go to see it, it is just 5 minutes work to see from, like say, I want to see the father of any person from ascendant, go to moon, go to sun. And within 5 minutes, we know whether it is a good one or it is a problematic for a father or what can be the problems.
Exactly. When you
Very easy method.
you just make all the, you physically with your hand draw all the three lagnas, and then
Yes,
you study your own life, your own your attitude about every house, and read it from all the three charts. You will enjoy it. It's such a fun. How you feel it naturally, you are, that is D1. How you feel emotionally is your moon chart, and what you are showing about you to the world is the sun chart. And you will see such a amazing result coming out of it. You will enjoy doing it.
yeah. So guys, go and do this Sudarshan Chakra. See from all the three lagnas. All the three lagnas are very important. Even our Shastras and Vedas say that we should not only look from the lagna, the ascendant, but we should also take the moon lagna and the sun lagna. Sir has taught a beautiful way how to see from all the three lagnas. He has simplified it for us. Thank you, Satyaji.
Madam, it is like everyone, the thing is that we don't know what to see from which chart. This
Correct.
is the main problem. See, basically when you put a horoscope before a person, it is like a lot of information, but the trick is in finding out the thing and separating it from the rest of the things. Once you
Like,
are able to pick up the there are 100, see, in the in the street, like you are standing and you get 10 thugs coming towards you. They are coming to beat you. So in Mumbai there is a street law. If 10 people are coming, you are going to be beaten up. Then make sure that you find one of the weakest person in that 10. The 9 will hit you, but you hit that one person. This is a simple trick. In the astrology, you have to find that one person. There are 10 people, there are 100 significations. You have to find that one signification, separate it, and then study it. This is like in fog. You have to find the thing which you have to look for.
correct. Them perfect. So going into the sea and diving into it and bringing a pearl out, that is what this today's session is all about. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hope to have more such sessions with you.
Yeah, we'll definitely carry on with your discussions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, go and have a look on this and do comment in this comment section. Sir will love to read your comments. We both will keep on bringing out such videos. Even I'll start my series on Nadi maybe very soon. Vastu series is already going
I'll
on.
take an interview.
Sure. And we have so many great astrologers coming on our channel. And people who just want to join and come and say, give interviews on our channel, most welcome. Just connect to any one of us, Satyaji or me.
I have a request. Even I will make the same request to everyone. See, in our group, there are, galaxy of good astrologers. They have tremendous knowledge. I read their post. I feel so happy. They write so beautiful things. And I will be really grateful that they come forward and give us a chance that we can interview them. They can bring their knowledge on the YouTube. They can share, you're writing fantastic things on the Facebook. You can share that same wisdom here on the YouTube. We will be very grateful about you. It will be, a great service for the astrology.
Correct. So I have the same request. People do join us on this journey of sharing your knowledge, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.